What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing awesome today. Are you ready to learn something about real estate? I'm sure you are. Let's do this. Let's talk about buying. If you're trying to buy a house, you've probably put a lot of time into researching. You've probably gone out to look at homes. Your realtor's been helping you out, and you finally find the one that you want to offer on. What do you need to do to make sure that that offer is accepted? There are some tips and strategies that you need to make sure you leverage to try to get that offer accepted. That's what I want to talk about next in this video. My name is Stephen Kotobash, and I'm a realtor located in the northern Atlanta area, and I get to help people buy and sell houses every day. Buying a house can be emotional, right? It's emotionally draining because there are a lot of ups and downs, right? Peaks and valleys. You're happy one moment, excited one moment, maybe you're sad the next, frustrated another. Believe me, I know there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, after all, you're trying to make a huge purchase here, and it's probably oftentimes the largest purchase that any of us make. So it's a really big deal, and it's an investment, right? Buying a home is a personal investment for you. So you want to make sure that you put your best foot forward when you offer on a home. So what do you need to do to make sure that that offer is accepted? One thing you need to do is to make sure that you're pre-approved for a loan. Most of us are going to have to take out a loan when we purchase a home. Make sure that you get pre-approved first, because I will tell you that a seller is going to love it if you submit that offer and you've got a pre-approval letter. Make sure you talk to your lender, get pre-approved. That lender will submit to you a letter saying, hey, you've been approved for $700,000 or whatever the loan amount may be. But that pre-approval letter is huge. You take that pre-approval letter, insert it into your offer package when you put everything together, and that will really tell the seller that, hey, look, this buyer, they're serious, and not only are they serious, but they're qualified to buy this home. Hey, for those of you that have seen some of my videos, what do I always ask? I always ask if you'll hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. Come on, subscribe to my channel and help me out. I appreciate your support. Another thing you can do is make your offer quickly. And now what I mean by that is I'm not saying, hey, rush out, go look at one house and kind of settle for it and be like, yeah, I like this one, and make an offer in a couple hours. No, don't do that at all. I don't care if it's the 10th house you've looked at or the 100th house you've looked at. If you see it and you go home, you think about it, talk about it, and you say, hey, yeah, that's the one. Like, I want to go after that one. Then do it. Act quickly. Don't sit around and let's say in your head you've made up your mind. You're 100% sure that you want to offer on that house. Okay? Don't sit around for another week and then reach out to your realtor and say, hey, yeah, I want to go ahead and offer on this house, because you know what? There could already be another offer in. It could be under contract, and you just wasted a week because I don't know why you waited. But act quickly. If you've made up your mind, make sure you act quickly. Number 3, know what your home is worth. And now I put this responsibility mostly in the hands of your realtor. Your realtor needs to make sure that they look at comparable homes in the neighborhood or in the area, see where they've been selling, so that way you two can have an intelligent conversation together and you can figure out what that home is approximately worth, because that will go a long way into determining what do you need to offer. The last thing that you want to do is you get really emotionally excited and energized about a house. Say it's listed for $600,000 and you say, hey, you know what? I want to offer $650,000 on this because I want this house. I really, really want this one. Well, if you do that and you offer $650,000, say it gets accepted, and let's say you've paid $50,000 too much. Let's say if you would have looked at market comparable properties, and let's say you would have seen that most houses that are like that one have sold for $600,000 or $605,000 or maybe $595,000, then guess what? You've overpaid and you've put yourself in a negative position right off the bat. So make sure you do some homework with your realtor and you guys figure out a approximately how much that home is worth before you offer on it. Number 4, and this kind of goes back to knowing what the home is worth, but number 4, make a fair offer. Okay, and what I mean by that is, let's say that you've got a home and potentially there could be another offer coming in or a third offer coming in on this property, and you're thinking, hey, you know what, I'm just going to submit a lowball offer here just to see what will happen. Well, if you do that, if you just try to slide in that lowball offer just to see what will happen, then the second offer, that third offer, could be more fair, and the seller could say, hey, you know what, I'm not dealing with this lowball offer, I'm not even going to respond to it. Or they could say, oh, there's no way, I'm just going to dismiss it. And then you lost out on an opportunity to buy that house just because you said, hey, I'm just going to throw this lowball offer out there just to see what will happen. If you really love the property and you think that it fits all of your needs, and you've done some market research and you figured out if the asking price is fair, then offer something that is fair. So don't do that to yourself, trying to throw out a lowball offer and then you miss out on the house completely. Here's a pretty slick strategy that you can utilize when you're trying to offer on a home. So number 5, let's talk about an escalation clause. You could add in an escalation clause to your offer. Let's say that you and your realtor think that, hey, the market right now is currently flooded with buyers, right? You've got tons of buyers out there and you've got very little inventory, right? So tons of buyers, very little inventory. So all these buyers are going after the same properties, right? That sometimes happens. If you're in a situation like that, consider adding in an escalation clause to your offer. For example, say the home is listed for $500,000. You put together your offer. You say, hey, I'm offering $500,000, but I'm willing to go up to $525,000 max. Okay, you put a cap on it and say, I'm willing to go up to $525,000 if someone else comes and offers something higher than my $500,000. So, and you can add in another clause in there that says, hey, I will beat the highest offer by $2,000 or $1,000 up to a maximum of $525,000. So escalation clause, make sure that you use that if you need to, depending on market conditions, because that can help get your offer accepted as well. So I'm splitting this video up into a 2-part series. This is going to be part 1, so make sure you tune in for part 2 for some more tips on how to get your offer accepted. If you are in the market and about to purchase a home, I really hope this video helped you out. I hope that it helps you realize, hey, there are some things that I need to make sure that I do to make sure I put my best foot forward when buying that house. The worst thing in the world, I shouldn't say, let me take that back. That was a little dramatic. One of the most emotionally draining things can happen to you if you fall in love with a house and you spend a lot of time doing research on it, you've been out in the market a long time, and you finally think, hey, look, I found the one. And then you go to put together an offer and it doesn't get accepted. And that happens sometimes. So be prepared for that. Okay, I promise you, it will happen. Depending on market conditions, it could happen more often than I care to even think about. I'm thinking about past clients in my head, and that's some of the hardest calls I've had to make to people and say, hey, look, we did everything right. We put together an awesome offer, but we were beat out by someone else. So anyways, just make sure that you do everything you can to put together a solid offer so you don't get your feelings hurt and your heart broken. If you're watching this video, maybe you're a buyer about to jump into the market to purchase a home. Well, also here on my channel, I've got another video where I talk about smart purchasing, and I give you a little guide to making a smart purchase on your next property. So if you're in the market or about to jump in, take a look at that video next and see if it doesn't give you some more tips when you're out there trying to make that next big purchase. Thanks so much for tuning in to this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.